Welcome back, Raider Nation. Raider Dave out the IE, the Inland Empire here in Southern California. We're dropping episode number 34. It's a victorious Monday. We're excited, dude. Two huge AFC North wins. Week 1 versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Raiders, they don't let up, man. On a short week in preparation, on the road, traveling to the East Coast. They go into, Pittsburgh Steelers, they're coming off a big win, beating the Buffalo Bills, shutting down guys like Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They were able to keep those guys in check from the defensive standpoint. This Raider team comes into this game, man, and they get it done offensively, defensively, on special teams, man. It's exciting stuff. Derek Carr playing like the 2016 Derek Carr. You see him taking off, running the football, getting hit, getting back up, took a helmet-to-helmet shot. Got the ankle injury early on, wasn't really limping, but they taped it up. He kept going. I mean, you see Derek Carr again in week 2 throwing off his back foot deep to Henry Ruggs for 61 yards. By the way, man, where my Ruggs haters at, dude? Because has Henry Ruggs not made a difference yet? That's my big question. He's made a huge difference. Give him the win in the Jets. He stepped up big in the KC game. Cleveland game, they took a touchdown away. I mean, Henry Ruggs has made some clutch key catches for this Raider team. The number 12 overall pick is stepping up his game, man. He was targeted 7 times yesterday. Derek Carr has all the confidence in sailing that ball past the defense and knowing Ruggs will go get it. So this team has so many pieces on offense, and it all starts with Derek Carr leading the way. I mean, he's leading the league right now in passing yards and broke another franchise record for his 817 yards in the first 2 games of the season. That's a Raider franchise record, so add another one to the stat category there. But he's also the 5th quarterback since the Super Bowl era with at least 375 yards and 2 touchdowns in each of his first 2 games of the season. He's got some company here, man. He joins Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe, Patrick Mahomes, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. So he is one of 5 quarterbacks now to achieve that. And not too bad with who he has in company there. And Derek was just doing a great job throughout the game, getting the football to 9 different receivers. Going into the 4th quarter, he had 10 straight completions. 1 got batted on the line. I mean, he was in a rhythm, even though the defensive line, they were able to bat down one of the passes to break that streak. But he was in a flow throughout this game. Once again, using his legs, quick decision making, taking some hits, but that's okay. This is football, man. I get tired of people like, when he took that hit to the helmet. It is what it is, guys. Just play football, man. Let's go win. Let's just go win. We worry too much about the salary cap sometimes. We worry too much about guys' injuries. These guys just got to play football. I know their careers are at hand. I know a lot of us are sports betting, fantasy football, all that, but at the end of the day, just want to see these guys leave it on the field. That gave me that Rich Gannon feeling yesterday that the Raiders went into Pittsburgh and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a huge day. And not only that, the Raiders, man, they got the edge over the Steelers, man. In 30 matchups now all time since 1970, the Raiders now are 17-13 versus this franchise. Also, 6-2 versus Ben Roethlisberger, a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. So that's impressive. I'll take it. The Steelers, they lead the NFL. They're tied with the Patriots in Super Bowls. Each of those franchises got 6 Super Bowls. Once again, I will take those records all day as a Raider fan. So if you're watching on YouTube, I got the stat sheet up here. Derek Carr, 28-37, 382 yards, 2 touchdowns, and finished with a quarterback rating of 126.2. So very, very good game for Derek Carr. Henry Ruggs, man, the huge, big catches in this game, averaging 22.6 yards a catch. That's what we want to see on 7 targets. Darren Waller here, the primary receiver in this offense. He gets 5 catches on 7 targets for 65 yards. Hunter Renfrow making clutch catches all over the place, going up high, getting the ball, securing pretty much every catch thrown his way. He gets 7 targets as well. And you got Foster Moreau, playing in that double tight end set opposite to Darren Waller. He gets his touchdown in this game. So the Raiders spreading the ball effectively on the offensive side. Now, as far as rushing goes, 25 rushing attempts. I was kind of thinking they'd go with 30, but this wasn't one of those games. This was just one of those games. I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers, they only run the ball 14 times here. Hell of a job by our defense here. Keeping Pittsburgh under 40 yards rushing, that's huge because they got slacked in rushing the week before, but that's Lamar Jackson. He did it to the Chiefs last night as well, and shout out to the Baltimore Ravens Ravens for getting that win last night. Big win, knocks the Chiefs back. They're 1-1 now. The Raiders are 2-0 with Denver Broncos, so I'll take it. Let's see here. Let's get into the defense, though, real quick. All in all, a pretty solid stat sheet for the defense here. You got the linebackers with Denzel Perryman leading once again in tackles. The big play on this was the defensive line getting pressure on Ben Roethlisberger. Early on, Quentin Jefferson, Max Crosby, they were punishing Ben Roethlisberger. They were hitting him. It led to that second possession when they threw that pick to Trayvon Mullen. You know, Ben Roethlisberger just threw the ball up there. Trayvon Mullen was able to track it. He brings it back into Pittsburgh Steelers territory. And the Raiders, you know, they stalled a little bit on offense there with some penalties, but they were still able to get that field goal, get the 3 points, get the lead. And the Raiders never looked back in this game. They led the entire game. They had 5 quarterback hits, I believe, early on in the game for the first half. Second half, they come away with another 5 quarterback hits, so 10 quarterback hits on Ben Roethlisberger total. And not only that, Solomon Thomas, he comes up big on a couple sacks. I know there were really not big losses in the backfield, one where he got him right at the line of scrimmage, but still, you don't want to see a situation like what you saw later on in the game. You saw Dallin Leavitt, man. He blew the touchdown, dude. Bit on the coverage, missed the tackle on Najee Harris, and he got the touchdown. So I know there's still some things to clean up on the defense, but what I'm getting at with Solomon Thomas is he didn't let Roethlisberger get away and pick up 5-7 yards. The sack mattered, got him at the line of scrimmage, and then he came up with another big sack in the third quarter. I believe it was in the third quarter, and it set up like a 3rd and 9, and the Raiders were able to get the ball back after that. So effective play from the defense. We mentioned the turnover with Trayvon Mullen, the sacks from Solomon Thomas, the pressures from Max Crosby, and Quentin Jefferson up there in the middle. And so, you know, all in all, I mean, I know we didn't see too much from Clelin Ferrell. He got a little bit of game time in this. I think he played like 12 snaps. Yannick Ngakoue, I think he had another like 17 snaps, maybe played under 20 snaps. So you didn't really see him too much out there. Another good game from Jonathan Abram out there playing good football, man. I know he got stiff-armed by Najee Harris, but that's all good, man. It's a physical game, dude, and that's what I want. I want to see that. I want to see that because, you know, what if we play this team again in the playoffs, man? You know, Jonathan Abram could get his in that game down the road, but let's not think too far ahead. Nate Hobbs, the rookie, man, playing great football. Playing great football, man. 2 games he's effective, and this is a rookie. Corey Littleton definitely improved his game. He was more effective in this game. A lot better in tackling, a lot better in keeping everything in front of him. Shout out to the rookie Trayvon Merrick, man. He's playing good out there. He is playing good. You don't hear his name called, so that's a good thing. He's a free safety. You don't want to hear his name called. But he is keeping everything, as I've mentioned in week 1, he's keeping everything in front of him. That's helping out this defense. He's not a liability back there. You know, hats off to Trayvon Merrick in his second NFL game. The highlight to the secondary has to be Casey Hayward. He broke up a huge pass to Chase Claypool. I mean, that pass breakup in the end zone on that play was huge. I know he went down with a slight injury. He was able to get off the field. He kind of came and gone throughout the game. You know, he had to come in late in the game because, you know, and I'm just going to be straight up, man. Damon Arnett, he looked good on a couple plays. You know, it looked like, oh, wow, Damon Arnett's improving. And there's a lot of upside with Damon Arnett. However, he was a liability on the field. They went after him, and he needs to play with better awareness. The Pittsburgh Steelers knew that, and that's why they went after him in this game. And I know Trayvon Mullen gave up a big play as well, you know, against Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's a pretty damn good receiver. I think the Steelers, yeah, they did target him. Yeah, I don't have defensive stats up, but the Steelers targeted him like 11 times. And, wow, we'll see how his injury shakes out, man, because that guy went down holding his ankle at the end of the game, and there was really no, I didn't really follow up to see how he's doing, but he's a key player for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that was a huge loss for them if they lose him. They had a lot of injuries, man. The Raiders were fortunate in this game. You know, they didn't have to face guys like Joe Hayden, Devin Bush, TJ Watt went down in this game. He exited early. Their defensive end, they lost their defensive end in this game. They end up losing Trey Turner. He gets ejected in this game for spitting on the Raider defense. We can safely say this team has a pass rush, and I personally think the improvement, you had to improve the defense from top to bottom. You had to get the edge rushers in there. You had to get the defensive line retooled. You need interior pocket breakers. I think Quentin Jefferson, Jonathan Hankins looked good out there yesterday. Good to see him back up. He's stepping back in, and like I said, he's been the only really shiny spot on this Raider defense the past few seasons. But the play of Casey Hayward, what a difference he makes alone by being on this roster. And then overall, it's Gus Bradley, man, making those adjustments. He exposed Matt Canada yesterday. Matt Canada is a new offensive coordinator on this Pittsburgh team. He's got a lot of college experience, and it really showed yesterday because Gus Bradley made the right adjustments, and they were in control in this game. The Raiders, they never trailed in this game. And all three phases of the game can be credited, as far as the Raiders on defense setting the tone, the Raider offense. Derek Carr completes 75% of his passes in this game, of course, eliminating the crowd noise. And then you got Daniel Carlson. They didn't leave any points on the field. He hits 4 of 4 field goal attempts. Once again, great team win. We're going to close this one out here. Give me your thoughts. Let me know how you're feeling going into week 3. A lot of us feel good about this matchup versus the Miami Dolphins, so we shall see how things shake out as we enter week 3. I'm Raider Dave, this GrimeCast Media. Drop a sub, drop a like, give me your thoughts. Let's go Raiders. I'm out. Peace.